Hello, hello, hello. Is that Harry Potter? Yeah. Good morning, Javier. How are you? Um, Amen, Harry Potter. How are you? I'm doing good, man. Today is a day I go pick up my kids for my visit. Hi, Vanessa. Good morning. But so I'm gonna do this really quick because I got to get ready. So I'm gonna do my English version of today's teachings, and then I'm gonna do the Spanish version. I won't come back in the afternoon because I'm gonna be with my son and my daughter, and I'm gonna get back pretty late. But excuse me, I'm so sorry. So I'm gonna do this really quick. Um, I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna go straight into the teachings right now. Hopefully, everyone's having a good day. Um, and we're gonna go right into it. Hold on, let me grab something real quick before I start. And I'll be back in the evening if I can. But I'm gonna make phone calls as I drive and try to catch up with people because that's what I do. I'm nearly caught up with everything. Um, just gotta buckle down. You know what I mean? So, um, today I'm gonna do everything, and then I'm gonna do an extra PSA at the end. All right. Um, so let me go ahead and start with the teachings of the day of the day, the sermon of the day, or the lecture of the day. So I'm gonna go straight into it. And because today I go pick up my kids, I'm just gonna go from the English to Spanish, all right? I'm gonna do everything in English right now. Thank you so much for the hearts, thank you for the likes. If you guys like what I do, please follow me. Please show me some love, support. So I'm gonna do the daily spiritual lecture for right now. Then I'm gonna go into Santa Muerte teachings of the day, and then I'm gonna do the readings for tomorrow. Then I'm gonna jump into Spanish because I have to get ready to roll out. Then I'm gonna do a special PSA. Hopefully you guys don't mind. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna put this on mute so we don't get people coming in and distracting us and sending us negative vibes. So again, today we're gonna roll through every Wednesday morning. I'm gonna roll through quickly. Good morning, Rachel. So hopefully you guys don't mind. So I'm gonna start really quick with the daily spiritual lecture. All right, here we go. Daily spiritual lecture for December 10th, 2025. This day carries a powerful spiritual atmosphere, one that invites you to look deeper, to the more honest with yourself. I messed that up. Let me start again. My bad. My bad. My bad. Here we go. I usually don't do this over. Daily spiritual lecture for December 10th, 2025. This day carries a powerful spiritual atmosphere, one that invites you to look deeper, to be more honest with yourself, and to release what has been quietly holding you back. The moon has moved into Scorpio, and that brings emotional depth, truth, and personal transformation. Combined with the Sagittarius sun, today becomes a day where truth is the main teacher. Not the truth you show others, but the truth you keep from yourself. Let us begin. The energy of deep truth. Scorpio energy is not soft. It does not allow pretending, avoiding, or sugarcoating. It pulls you into the core of your emotions and asks, what is real? What is unresolved? What needs to be released for you to grow? Every spiritual path in the world speaks of inward transformation. Some call it awakening, some call it rebirth, some call it purification. But the root is the same. You cannot elevate if you avoid your own depths. And today, the energy is guiding you to face yourself, not to punish you, but to free you. Under God's authority, truth brings clarity. Under Santa Muerte's presence, truth brings transformation. This is the energy you are walking through today. The Sagittarius sun, the path of higher growth. Sagittarius brings the desire to expand, to learn, to rise above old thinking, and to step into a bigger version of yourself. Where Scorpio digs deep, Sagittarius lifts you upward. Together, they create the perfect lesson. You cannot rise until you release what weighs you down. The Sagittarius sun asks you to see your potential, to believe in your future, to trust the bigger picture, to understand that you are not meant to stay at the level of your old wounds. Growth requires vision, and today's energy brings that vision into focus. Today's teaching is simple, but it demands courage. Stop running from the parts of yourself that need healing. You cannot heal what you avoid. You cannot fix what you deny. You cannot transform what you refuse to admit. Avoidance creates internal chaos. Honesty creates internal peace. Most people fear their own emotions. They fear change. They fear letting go. They fear starting over. But the truth is this: it is not the emotion that scares you, it is the transformation that follows. And transformation is exactly what today's energy supports. God does not bring things to the surface to shame you. He brings them up so you can rise above them. Santa Muerte does not reveal your shadows to punish you. She reveals them to free you. The moon in Scorpio highlights deep emotional patterns. This is a day where hidden feelings may surface, old hurts may reopen, and unresolved tensions may demand attention. This is not negativity. This is cleansing. Your emotional work today includes being honest about what you feel, letting yourself acknowledge what you've been avoiding, releasing emotional patterns that no longer match your future, choosing truth over denial, allowing healing instead of resisting it. Ask yourself, what emotion have I been pretending not to feel? What memory or habit is still shaping my choices? What part of me is ready to transform but afraid to change? These questions open pathways for deep spiritual growth. Transformation is sacred work. It is not easy, but it is holy. God guides you toward the truth. Santa Muerte clears away what no longer serves you, but you must be willing to face yourself with honesty and humility. Alignment is not about looking spiritual. Alignment is about living with responsibilities. It is choosing truth instead of ego, healing instead of hiding, growth instead of comfort, courage instead of fear. Every step you take today toward honesty becomes a step toward freedom. Before we close today's lecture, take a deep, steady breath. Inhale truth, exhale fear. Inhale transformation, exhale resistance. Inhale clarity, exhale the weight you no longer need to carry. Now say within yourself, I am ready to face my truth. I am ready to release what keeps me small. I am ready to grow into the person God intended me to be and become. Under Santa Muerte's protection, I rise in truth, power, and transformation. Today's work is inner work, but inner work is what changes your entire life. All right. Hopefully, you guys like that one. That's today's energy of the day lecture. So, hopefully, it hits you where it needs to hit. I'm not gonna get into it today. Like I said, I gotta get going in a little bit. I gotta get ready to go pick up my kids. So I'm gonna go into the teaching of the day for Santa Muerte. All right. So I'm gonna go right into it. Tomorrow or later, we can sort of like do more stuff and talk about this. But again, this is gonna be very self-explanatory and hopefully very helpful for you guys. All right. Here we go. Next teaching of the day. La Santa Muerte Daily Teaching Series, Day 7, Candle Signs and What They Actually Mean. Welcome back to our daily teachings on La Santa Muerte. Today, we're stepping into a topic that confuses a lot of beginners and even intermediate devotees. Candle signs, what they mean, what they don't mean, what you should pay attention to, and how to read them. without fear, and without superstition. Take a breath, relax your shoulders, and let's get into it. Let's go. Understanding candle signs. When you work with La Santísima Muerte, your candles become one of the clearest ways she communicates with you. Candles don't lie. Candles don't exaggerate. Candles don't sugarcoat nothing. Candles show truth. But you have to know how to read that truth correctly. Let's break everything down step by step. Number one, black soot. What it really means. Black soot scares a lot of beginners, but let's make it clear. Black soot does not automatically mean bad energy or a curse. Black soot means there is something blocking your path. There is resistance in the situation. Someone's energy is interfering. Something needs cleansing. You're pushing against spiritual obstacles. If the soot is only at the top of the candle, that means the issue is being broken through. If the soot travels halfway or all the way down, that means the situation requires more work. It's not a punishment, it's information. It's her saying there is something in the way. Fix it. Number two, white soot, a very good sign. White soot is the opposite. It means your prayer was heard. Your offering was accepted. The road is clear. Your spirit is aligned. Protection is strong. White soot shows up as a foggy ghost-like film on the inside of the glass. This is her cleansing. This is her clearing energy. This is her saying, I'm working on this. White soot is a blessing. Number three, clean glass, the best possible result. A perfect clean candle glass with no soot at all means that the energy is clear, open, and direct. It means no interference, no resistance. The path is open. Your intention was strong. She accepted the work immediately. This is what you want for blessings, peace, and simple requests. Not every candle burns clean, and that's okay. Candle work is not about perfection, it's about clarity. Number four, flickering flames. Pay attention. A flickering candle is often one of the strongest signs. It can mean a spirit is present. Your message is being delivered. The energy around you is shifting. Something is responding. Your prayer is intense or emotional. But not all flickering is spiritual. If there's a wind, if the wick is long, if the wax is tunneling, those are physical causes. You must learn the difference between spiritual flickering and physical flickering. Her spiritual flicker has a unique feeling to it. It feels alive, it feels aware, it feels like communication. Number five, a candle that goes out. Don't panic. This one scares people the most. If your candle goes out, don't panic. Don't assume something terrible. Don't jump to conclusions. A candle going out can mean the request was denied. The spirit is not ready. You are asking for something not aligned. The energy is blocked. You're being protected from something. There are negative energies working against it. But it can also be physical. Poor wick, bad glass, low quality candle, drafty room, wax drowning the flame. But the probability of something as simple as a candle being defective is highly unlikely. What you do is simple. Relight it. If it goes out again without a physical cause, then there are two ways to approach this. If the candle is for protection or to remove a hex or brujeria, you must continue to light it and see it through and keep burning candles until it burns well without any further complication. If the candle is for love, abundance, or any petition that is a want and not a necessity, you may light it one more time. And if it fails to stay lit, respect that answer. Number six, fast burning candles, powerful energy. A candle that burns quickly often means your intention was strong. She accepted your request immediately. There is urgency. The situation is moving fast. Energy is intense. Something is being removed quickly. Fast burns does not mean danger, it means movement. But you still check the glass for soot or signs to understand the full message. Number seven, slow burning candles, patience required. If your candle burns slower than usual, it means the situation needs time. There are layers to the issue. Her work is steady, not rushed. Your intention may need more clarity. There is emotional energy involved. Slow burn is not bad. Slow burn teaches patience. Some blessings take time. Some problems unravel slowly. Stillness is also guidance. Number eight, tunneling, a common beginner sign. Tunneling is when the center burns down, but the sides stay full of wax. Beginners often think this is a spiritual message. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is not. Physical reasons. The wick wasn't centered. The candle was poorly made. The room was too cold. Spiritual reasons. Avoidance, lack of commitment, confusion in your intention. If tunneling happens, it means you need to repeat the candle with more clarity and focus. Number nine, exploding or cracked glass. This is a serious sign. This is a rare but meaningful occurrence. If the glass cracks or explodes, the candle absorbed heavy energy. Something dark was broken. You were being protected. A spiritual attack was blocked. The situation needed forceful correction. This is not something to fear. This is something to respect. Her protection is direct. Her energy is serious. And when she steps in forcefully, it means she saved you from something you didn't see. Number 10, wax shapes additional messages. Wax speaks, common signs, heart shapes, emotional matters, circles, cycles of completion, knots, tension or blockages, straight, clean melt, clear intention, uneven edges, instability or emotional imbalance. You don't rely only on wax, but it adds detail to the full message. Here's how you apply today's teaching. Stop fearing your candles. Read them with curiosity, not anxiety. Look for patterns, not just signs. Compare the flame, soot, and wax together. Pay attention to how you feel. Take notes on your candle burns. Learn your own communication style with her. Your connection grows stronger with experience and consistency. Signs to watch for. After today's teaching, La Santa Muerte may show you a candle burning stronger than usual, more soot or less soot, a flame reacting while you pray, a sudden sense of clarity, a pull to light a candle. These moments are part of your learning. She teaches through fire because fire reveals truth. Before we close, remember, a candle is a conversation, not a threat, not a punishment, not something to fear. A candle is your way of showing you what's happening behind the scenes. Learn the language of fire and you will understand her on a deeper level. Come back tomorrow to learn how she responds to your offerings. Under God Almighty and La Santísima Muerte, we continue. Hopefully this one's going to be one that people really like and understand. A lot of people often call me to ask for readings on candles. That is a pretty good breakdown. If I left anything out, we'll touch upon that again later. Hopefully this is something that you're welcome, Smiles. I'm gonna call you guys today. I gotta just rush through this today. I'm rushing through it today because I gotta get going in a little bit. So hopefully that breaks that down. So I'm gonna post that later. It's gonna be available to you guys to look at and learn from. You know, there's gonna be no gatekeeping here. So again, that is the lesson for Santa Muerte of the day. I'm gonna post that in a little bit. Right now, I'm gonna go through tomorrow's teachings. All right. So tomorrow, I'm doing the reading for tomorrow, the collective reading right now. Then I'm gonna do the birthday reading, then the prayer. Then I'm gonna do something I haven't done in a minute. Estoy bien, Abby. Al rato a ver cuando hablamos. Estoy medio ocupadillo hoy, pero hay que ponernos de acuerdo en algo. So I'm gonna do the spiritual reading for tomorrow, then the birthday reading for tomorrow, and then the prayer. Then I'm gonna do a special PSA that I haven't done before, but it's been bugging me. So I'm gonna do that right now. So let me start with the spiritual reading. Here we go. Spiritual reading for December 11th, 2025. The sun remains in Sagittarius, inviting expansion, hope, and faith. Today you may feel the pull towards seeing the bigger picture, not just what's right in front of you, but what the future could hold. God calls you to walk with curiosity and trust, believing that what lies ahead carries possibility. The moon is nearing its last quarter phase, moving from the recent full moon energy into a time of release and reflection. This lunar energy asks you to let go of anything you've outgrown, old fears, doubts, or habits that block your growth. It's a good day to pause, clear your mind, and prepare for what's coming next with a lighter spirit. With Mercury soon entering back into clear forward motion after its post retrograde shadow, your thoughts and words hold power. It's a good time to speak honestly, seek clarity, and reconnect with what matters. Venus in Sagittarius continues to encourage love and sincerity in relationships. Kindness, truth, and openness will serve you the best today. Mars in Sagittarius offers drive and courage. If you feel the stir to act, today's energy supports bold, heartfelt steps, but rooted in faith, not haste. Today's energy blends release and renewal. The waning moon calms your spirit and asks you to let go. The sun and planets nudge you to trust, speak your truth, and move with purpose. God and Santa Muerte walk beside you now, offering protection, guidance, and the strength to step forward. God whispers, let go of what weighs you down. Trust what I plant in your heart. Santa Muerte says, I protect your spirit through endings and beginnings. Walk forward with faith, allow yourself to release, then lift your spirit toward hope, clarity, and truth. Tarot card of the day is the Hermit. This card invites you to quiet reflection and inner guidance. Step away from noise and distraction. Listen to the still, soft voice inside you. Your next steps will come from clarity born in calm. Affirmation of the day. I release what no longer serves me. I speak my truth, trust God's light, and walk forward under Santa Muerte's protection. All right. That was the reading for tomorrow for the collective, all right? That was for the collective tomorrow. We're going to do 3 more things in English, then we're going to jump in Spanish. All right? So now we're doing the birthday reading for tomorrow. This is the birthday reading for tomorrow. And this is for those born December 11th, okay? Here we go. Birthday reading for those born December 11th. This year brings truth, growth, and spiritual awakening. With the sun in Sagittarius on your birthday, your lessons revolve around expansion, mentality, spiritually, and through experience. You enter a cycle where faith, learning, and personal vision guide your path. You'll feel called to think bigger, break limits, and move toward a life aligned with purpose. God and La Santa Muerte ask you to move forward with courage and honesty. Trust your instincts, take spirit-led risks, and release anything that dims your fire. Sun in Sagittarius brings growth, optimism, and a hunger for truth. You're ready for change and deeper meaning. Moon in Scorpio sharpens intuition, emotions, and inner transformation. You'll sense people clearly. Trust your gut. Mercury in Sagittarius, plans and conversations continue to settle. Clarity returns gradually as Mercury rises and regains momentum. Venus in Capricorn strengthens loyalty and maturity in love. Relationships become steady and realistic. Mars in Virgo supports discipline, structure, and long-term effort. Progress comes through consistency. Saturn in Pisces teaches emotional maturity and faith. Growth happens through patience and spiritual responsibility. Jupiter in Cancer blesses family healing, intuition, and inner peace throughout the year. Tarot card of the year is the Hermit. Represents inner wisdom, reflection, and spiritual guidance. This is a year to look within, to find answers through prayer, quiet thought, and connection with spirit. The Hermit reminds you that your light guides others after you strengthen your own. Days of good energy. January 1st, 2026. A message or new idea guides your next step. March 1st, 2026, growth in work, study, or spiritual practice. May 5th, 2026, a sign confirms you're moving correctly. July 11th, 2026, renewal or opportunity arrives. September 2nd, 2026, recognition or reward from steady effort. Days of bad energy. January 10th, 2026, avoid emotional decisions. Reflect first. February 7th, 2026, miscommunication possible. Stay clear and calm. March 30th, 2026, confusion or delay. Wait for clarity. June 4th, 2026, old habits test growth. Stay disciplined. September 11th, 2026, protect your peace. Avoid conflict. This year brings wisdom, expansion, and spiritual clarity. You are entering a more mature and powerful version of yourself, guided by divine protection and truth. Walk with faith, keep your mind open, and trust your inner voice. That's the birthday reading for tomorrow, all right? So if you were born on December 11th, that's for you. This is the prayer for tomorrow. And then we're going to do a special PSA that something's been bugging me, so I'm going to speak on it. Here we go. Almighty God, thank you for your gentle light that guides my heart, even when shadows fall. Help me to trust in what you place in my spirit, to speak with honesty, and to walk with purpose and faith. Santísima Muerte, sacred protector, stand with me now as I let go of what is past and step forward what you have prepared. Guard my spirit, steady my steps, and keep my heart aligned with truth, humility, and love. Amen. All right. So this next part, I usually don't talk about politics or shit going on in the world. Like, that's for each their own. This is something that a lot of people have been talking about, and I got an opinion on it. So I'm gonna share it. You guys could, when I share this next piece, I don't got time to talk about it right now, but please inbox me. I want to know your feelings on it. And this is a special PSA, a public service announcement. All right. So when you hear this, this is my opinion. All right. My opinion. Based on my background, based on my upbringing, based on how I feel, based on my hood mentality. All right. So full disclosure, has nothing to do with God or Santa Muerte. It's something about culture. All right, here we go. We're going to start. Let me speak on something that's been heavy on my I stopped. I fucked up. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry, I messed up my thing here. Let me speak on something that's been heavy in the culture right now, because I'm watching people talk about it with no real understanding of how the streets actually work, how the hood actually operates, and how we, as a people, have always handled predators and abusers in our communities. See, where I come from, there's an unwritten rule, a code, something you don't even have to teach. You grow up knowing it. Predators are never protected. Not in the real hood, not in the streets, not where survival and respect actually matter. When someone harms people, manipulates, abuses power, especially when it's consistent, when it's predatory, in the barrios, in the projects, in the hoods across America, that person is greenlit socially. They're marked as no good. You don't defend them, you don't protect them, you don't make excuses for them. You distance yourself, you cut them off, and you let the truth speak for itself. And lately, with everything coming out about Diddy and the allegations, lawsuits, victims speaking up, we've watched a lot of people stay quiet. We've watched others defend him. But then we saw 50 Cent do what most people don't have the backbone to do. He stood on business. He applied pressure publicly. He put light on what everyone else was whispering about behind closed doors. He didn't wait to see if it was popular. He didn't hide behind silence. He moved like a man who ain't afraid of truth moves. And for people calling him a snitch, let me break something down. A snitch is someone in a crime with you, part of the dirt, and they talk to save themselves. That's street definition. That's culture. That's the code. Speaking on abuse, exploitation, or protecting victims is not snitching. Holding a man accountable in public when the acts were done in public is not snitching. It's accountability. When Marlon Wayans or Ja Rule or anyone defends Diddy or tries to shame 50 for speaking up, that energy is dangerous because what it says is money and fame can wash away the dirt, that financial power gives you immunity, that being a celebrity makes you untouchable. And no, that's not how real ones think. That's not what the hood stands for. We have to stop confusing loyalty with blindness, stop confusing brotherhood with enabling, stop confusing support with silence. Just because someone is black, brown, Latino, from our culture, from our struggle, does not mean criticism or consequence are an attack on ethnicity. That narrative is delusional. Accountability is not racism. Calling out harm is not tearing down our own people. If anything, it's how we protect our people. It's how we protect future victims. It's how we stop the cycle. It's how we stop abusing our own communities while expecting others to treat us better. I don't care how much money a man has. I don't care how much power he has. I don't care how many hits he made, how many artists he signed, how many parties he threw. Predatory behavior is predatory behavior. And the moment we defend it, excuse it, or protect it, we become part of the problem. Silence is complicity. Defensiveness is complicity. Using race as a shield is complicity. Clowning the man speaking out instead of addressing the accusation is complicity. Diddy will answer to God, to the law, and to the truth, whatever that truth may be. But the culture needs to remember this. Money doesn't make wrong feel right. Power doesn't clean sin. Fame doesn't erase damage. And before I close this out, let me say this clearly. 50 Cent deserves respect for standing on truth when others stayed silent. He didn't fold. He didn't hide. He showed what leadership in the culture looks like. A man willing to lose favors to protect what's right. That's real power. That's real integrity. That's the type of energy more men need to stand on. Accountability is not hate. It's justice. It's protection. It's what real ones do. And if the hood has any code left, any honor, any integrity, then we stand where we've always stood, with the victims, with the truth, and against predatory behavior, no matter who it comes from. In other words, fuck Diddy. Let me know what you guys think on that one. That's a personal matter. I've been seeing all these fools stand up for Diddy. I think it's bullshit. Fuck Diddy. You know what? I should change this and also applaud Netflix for pushing this shit. I might not post this, but if you guys heard what I said, tell me what you think. Inbox me, text me. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to speak the truth. I just don't like how people defend it and make it a ethnic thing. Oh, they attack him because he's black. Nah, man, they attack him because he's a fucking predator. And the hood never protects predators. I don't give a fuck. If you're from any hood, any barrio, any project, any place like that, we take care of our own. And we take care of those that fuck with the youth, with women, with the weak, with the meek. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't ride where I'm from. I don't know where you guys are from. Where I'm from, that shit gets fucking squashed quick. They're greenlit. They're put on fucking on notice. You know what I mean? They're excommunicated or worse. That's how I feel about that. Anyways, now we're going to go into Spanish. I need some real people to inbox me on what I said. Should I also put something on Netflix for pushing this shit? Because, you know, I think people that are predators should be fucking... That's just my feel. Anyways, that was it. I'm gonna now push my SAP button. I'm gonna go into Spanish, and I'm gonna go into it. All right. So ahorita voy a hacer todo en español. Today I gotta go get my kids, so I'm gonna go into Spanish right away. Hoy voy por mis hijos, y tengo que hacer esto antes que se haga más tarde. Y al rato regreso a ver si puedo, después de ir con mis morrillos. Ahí les va. Oh my God, what I do? Hold on. Ahí les va. Lectura espiritual del día. Bueno, sermón del día primero. Ahí les va. Bueno, la estoy regando. La estoy regando demasiado. Déjame pongo las pilas. Déjame pongo las pilas. Ah. Lectura espiritual para el 10 de diciembre de 25. Este día trae una energía espiritual fuerte, una que lo invita a mirar más profundo, ser honesto consigo mismo y soltar lo que silenciosamente lo ha tenido. La luna ha entrado en Escorpio y eso trae profundidad emocional, verdad y transformación personal. Combinada con el sol en Sagitario, hoy la verdad se convierte en la maestra principal. No la verdad que muestra al mundo, sino la verdad que oculta de sí mismo. Comencemos. La energía de la verdad profunda. La energía de Escorpio no es suave, no permite fingir, evita o endulza nada. Lo lleva al centro de sus emociones y pregunte, ¿qué es real? ¿Qué sigue sin resolverse? ¿Qué debo soltar para poder crecer? Todas las tradiciones espirituales hablan de transformación interna. Algunos lo llaman despertar, otros renacer, otros purificación. Pero el fundamento es el mismo. No puede elevarse si evita mirar hacia adentro. Y hoy la energía lo guía a enfrentarse a sí mismo, no para castigarlo, sino para liberarlo. Bajo la autoridad de Dios y la verdad trae claridad. Bajo la presencia de la Santa Muerte, la verdad trae transformación. Esa es la energía que se mueve este día. El sol en Sagitario, camino de crecimiento superior. Sagitario trae deseo de expandirse, aprender, superar viejos límites y convertirse en una versión más grande de usted mismo. Mientras Escorpio profundiza, Sagitario lo eleva. Juntos crean la lección perfecta. No puedes subir si no sueltas lo que te ha mantenido abajo. El sol en Sagitario le pide ver su potencial, creer en su futuro, confiar en el panorama grande, recordar que no está destinado a quedarse donde está dolido. El crecimiento necesita visión y hoy esa visión se aclara. La enseñanza de hoy es simple, pero requiere valentía. Deja de huir de las partes de usted que necesitan sanar. No puede sanar lo que evita, no puede arreglar lo que niega, no puede transformar lo que no reconoce. Evitar crea caos interno. La honestidad crea paz. La mayoría teme sus emociones, teme cambiar, teme soltar, teme comenzar de nuevo. Pero la verdad es esta. No le asusta la emoción, le asusta la transformación que viene después. Y hoy esa transformación está abierta para usted. Dios nos muestra heridas para humillarlos, los muestra para elevarlos. Santa Muerte no revela sombras para castigarlos, los revela para liberarlos. La luna en Escorpio ilumina patrones emocionales profundos. Hoy sentimientos guardados pueden salir, viejas heridas pueden abrirse y tensiones no resultadas pueden exigir atención. Esto no es negativo, es limpieza. Su trabajo emocional hoy incluye ser honesto con lo que siente, reconocer lo que ha habitado, soltar patrones que ya no van con su futuro, elegir verdades en vez de negación, permitirse sanar en vez de resistir. Pregúntese esto: ¿qué emoción ha estado habitando? ¿Qué memoria o hábito sigue siendo mis decisiones? ¿Qué parte de mí quiere cambiar, pero tengo miedo? Estas preguntas abren el camino al crecimiento profundo. La transformación es trabajo sagrada. No es fácil, pero es santa. Dios guía hacia la verdad. Santa Muerte corta lo que ya no sirve, pero usted debe mirarse con honestidad y humildad. La alineación no es verse espiritual, es vivir con responsabilidad. Es elegir verdad sobre ego, sanación sobre esconderse, crecimiento sobre comodidad, coraje sobre miedo. Cada paso honesto hoy es un paso hacia la libertad. Antes de cerrar las enseñanzas de hoy, respire profundamente. Inhala verdad, exhala miedo. Inhala transformación, exhala resistencia. Inhala claridad, exhala el peso que ya no necesitas. Ahora diga dentro de usted mismo: estoy listo para mi verdad. Estoy listo para soltar lo que me limita. Estoy listo para convertirme en quien Dios quiere que sea. Bajo la protección de la Santa Muerte, avanzo en verdad, poder y transformación. El trabajo de hoy es interno, pero el trabajo interno cambia todo su vida. Ahí está. Ahora sigue lo siguiente. La enseñanza de la Santa Muerte del día. ¿Ok? Esto es lo bueno. Espero que les guste y ahí les va. La Santa Muerte, serie de enseñanzas diarias, día 7. Señales de las velas y lo que realmente significan. Bienvenidos de nuevo a nuestras enseñanzas diarias sobre la Santísima Muerte. Hoy entramos en un tema que confunde a muchos, principiantes y hasta devotos con experiencia. Las señales de las velas. ¿Qué significan? ¿Qué no significan? ¿Qué debo observar y cómo leerlas sin miedo y sin superstición? Respire profundamente, relaje sus hombros y entremos en el tema. Entendiendo las señales de las velas. Cuando trabajas con la Santa Muerte, las velas se vuelven una de sus formas más claras de comunicarse con usted. Las velas no mienten, no exageran, no te endulzan nada. Las velas muestran la verdad. Pero es importante saber cómo leer esa verdad correctamente. Vamos paso a paso. Ahí les va. Lo primero, el hollín negro, lo que realmente significa. El hollín negro asusta a muchos, pero aclaramos algo. Hollín negro no significa automáticamente mala energía o una maldición. El hollín negro significa algo bloquea tu camino. Hay resistencia en la situación. La energía de alguien está interviniendo. Se ocupa limpieza. Estás empujando contra obstáculos espirituales. Si el hollín aparece solo arriba, el problema está rompiéndose. Si es bajo la mitad o hasta el fondo, requiere más trabajo. No es castigo, es información. Es ella diciéndote: hay algo en el camino, arréglalo. Número 2. Hollín blanco, señal muy buena. Lo contrario del negro. Significa tu oración fue escuchada, tu ofrenda fue aceptada, el camino está libre, tu espíritu está alineado, la protección es fuerte. Se ve como una capa blanca brumosa dentro del vaso. Es su limpieza, su energía, aclarando todo. Su mensaje es, estoy trabajando en esto. Hollín blanco es bendición. Número 3. Vasos limpios, el mejor resultado. Cuando el vaso queda totalmente limpio, sin hollín, no hubo interferencia, no hubo resistencia. El camino está abierto. Tu intención fue firme. Ella aceptó el trabajo del inmediato. Ideal para bendiciones y peticiones sencillas. No todas las velas quedan así, y está bien. No se trata de perfección, sino de claridad. Número 4. Llama parpadeando o atención. La llama moviéndose puede significar presencia espiritual. Tu mensaje está siendo entregado. La energía se está moviendo. Hay respuesta. La oración está cargada emocionalmente. Pero si hay viento, mecha larga o la cera se hunde, eso es físico. Aprende a distinguir lo espiritual de lo material. El parpadeo espiritual se siente vivo, consciente, como comunicación. Número 5. Vela que se apaga. No te asustes. Si la vela se apaga, no entres en pánico. No pienses lo peor. No te adelantes. Puede significar, la petición fue negada. El espíritu no está listo. Lo que pides no está alineado. Hay bloqueo. Te están protegiendo. Hay energías negativas en contra. También puede ser físico. Mecha defectuosa, vaso malo, vela de baja calidad, corriente de aire. La cera ahoga la llama, pero lo físico es menos común. ¿Qué haces? La vuelves a prender. Si se apaga otra vez sin razón física, hay dos caminos. Si es protección para limpia, defensa o para quitar brujería o mal de ojo, se sigue encendiendo hasta que se queme la vela bien. Si es para amor, dinero o petición de deseo y no de necesidad, enciéndela una vez más. Si vuelve a apagarse, respeta la respuesta. Número 6. Vela que quema rápido, energía fuerte. Significa, tu intención fue poderosa. Ella aceptó rápido la petición. Hay urgencia. El tema se mueve rápido. Energía intensa. Algo se está limpiando de inmediato. Cuando se quema rápido, no es malo, es movimiento. Pero revisa el vaso para entender el mensaje completamente. Número 7. Vela que quema lenta y paciente. Cuando tarda más, ocupas más tiempo. El asunto tiene profundidad. Su trabajo es lento pero firme. La intención requiere más claridad. Hay carga emocional involucrada. No es malo. La paciencia también es enseñanza. Número 8. Túnel. Señal común en principiantes. Cuando solo se quema el centro y queda paredes de cera. A veces es espiritual, a veces no. Razones físicas. Mecha mal centrada. Mala fabricación. Cuarto muy frío. Razón espiritual. Evitación. Falta de compromiso. Intención confusa. Si pasa, se repite el trabajo con más enfoque y orden. Número 9. Vaso quebrado o explotado. Señal seria. Poco común pero poderosa. Significa, la vela absorbió energía pesada. Algo oscuro fue roto. Te protegieron de algo. Un ataque se bloqueó. La situación necesita más fuerza. No es para temer, sino para respetar. Protección directa. Número 10. Formas en la cera, mensajes extras. La cera habla. Si hay corazones, amor, emociones, círculos, ciclos se cierran, nudos, bloqueos o tensión, derretido parejo, intención clara, bordes irregulares, inestabilidad emocional. No se lee solo la cera, se suma al diagnóstico completo. ¿Cómo aplicar esta enseñanza? No temas tus velas, obsérvalas sin ansiedad. Busca patrones, lee llamas, hollín y cera juntas. Observa cómo se siente. Escribe los resultados. Aprende tu lenguaje con ella. Con práctica, la conexión se hace más fuerte. Señales después de esta enseñanza. Te pueden mostrar llamas más fuertes, más o menos hollín, movimiento al orar, claridad repentina, ganas de encender una vela. Ella enseña con fuego, porque el fuego revela verdad. Cerremos. Recuerden esto. Una vela es conversación, no amenaza, no es castigo, no es miedo. Es su forma de mostrarte lo que pasa espiritualmente. Aprende el lenguaje del fuego y la entenderás más profundamente. Mañana aprendemos cómo responder y cómo responde ella a las ofrendas. Bajo Dios Todopoderoso y la Santa Muerte, seguiremos. Ok, ¿cómo la ven? ¿Cómo la ven? ¿Qué dicen? ¿Qué dicen? Voy a seguir de paso, como digo, tengo que estar listo como en una hora. So, voy a hacer las enseñanzas de mañanas y luego esta era la lectura espiritual para la colectiva para mañana, ¿eh? Ahí les va. Voy rápido porque me tengo que apresurar, me disculpo. Lectura espiritual para el 11 de diciembre de 2025. El sol permanece en Sagitario invitando a la expansión, la esperanza y la fe. Hoy puede sentirse un llamado a ver el panorama completo, no solo lo que está enfrente, sino lo que el futuro puede ofrecer. Dios le pide caminar con curiosidad y confianza, creyendo que lo que viene tiene posibilidad. La luna se acerca a su fase de cuarto menguante, pasando de la energía intensa de la luna llena a un tiempo de liberación y reflexión. Esta energía lunar le pide soltar lo que ya no encaja, miedos, dudas o hábitos que bloquean su crecimiento. Es un buen día para pausar, limpiar la mente y prepararse para lo que viene con el espíritu más ligero. Con Mercurio saliendo de su sombra postregrada, sus pensamientos y palabras toman fuerza. Hable con claridad, busque entendimiento y reconecte con lo que importa. Venus en Sagitario promueve el amor sincero, la verdad y la apertura fortalecen relaciones. Marte en Sagitario da impulso y valor. Si sientes actuar, hágalo con fe y no con prisa. La energía de hoy mezcla liberación y renovación. La luna menguante calma el espíritu y ayuda a soltar. El sol y los planetas impulsan a confiar, a hablar con verdad, moverse con intención. Dios y la Santa Muerte caminan a su lado, ofreciendo guía, protección y fuerza para avanzar. Dios dice, suelta lo que te pesa, confía en lo que planta en tu corazón. Santa Muerte dice, protejo tu espíritu en tus finales y en los nuevos comienzos. Camina con fe. Permite que suelte y eleve su espíritu hacia la esperanza, la claridad y la verdad. Carta del tarot del día, el ermitaño. Invita a la reflexión en silencio. Aléjese del ruido y escuche su guía interna. Sus siguientes pasos nacen de la calma y la claridad. Afirmación del día. Suelto lo que ya no sirve. Hablo mi verdad, confío en la luz de Dios y camino bajo la protección de la Santísima Muerte. Ahí quedó eso. Ahora vamos a hacer la lectura de cumpleaños para los que nacieron mañana. Y luego el rezo y luego me voy a arreglar de volada. ¿Ok? Ahí les va. Lectura de cumpleaños para los nacidos el 11 de diciembre. Este año trae verdad, crecimiento y despertar espiritual. Con el sol en Sagitario en su cumpleaños, sus lecciones giran en torno a expansión mental, espiritual y por experiencia entre un ciclo donde la fe, el aprendizaje y la visión personal guían su camino. Sentirás el llamado de pensar en grande, romper límites y moverse hacia una vida con propósito. Dios y la Santa Muerte le piden avanzar con valentía y honestidad. Confíe en su intuición, tome riesgos guiados por el Espíritu y suelte lo que apague su luz. El Sol en Sagitario en crecimiento, optimismo y búsqueda de verdad, listo para cambio y significado. Luna en Escorpio, agudiza intuición y transformación interna, sentirá todo más profundo. Confíe en su percepción. Mercurio en Sagitario. Los planes y palabras se aclaran poco a poco mientras recupera movimiento. Venus en Capricornio. Lealtad y madurez en el amor. Relaciones más firmes y realistas. Marte en Virgo, disciplina y estructura. El progreso llega con constancia. Saturno en Piscis, madurez emocional y fe. Crecimiento mediante paciencia y responsabilidad espiritual. Júpiter en Cáncer, bendiciones en familia, intuición y paz interior durante el año. Carta del año es el ermitaño. Representa sabiduría interna, reflexión y guía espiritual. Busque respuestas hacia adentro, oración, silencio y conexión. Su luz guiará a otros cuando fortalezca la propia. Días buena energía. 1 de enero de 2026. Ideal o señal que guía el rumbo. 1 de marzo de 2026. Avance en trabajo o práctica espiritual. 5 de mayo de 2026. Confirmación de dirección correcta. 11 de julio de 2026. Renovación o oportunidad. 2 de septiembre de 2026. Reconocimiento por esfuerzo constante. Días de mala energía. 10 de enero de 2026. Evite decisiones emocionales. 7 de febrero de 2026. Posibles malos entendidos. Hable claro. 30 de marzo de 2026. Confusión o retrasos. Espere claridad. 4 de junio de 2026. Viejos hábitos prueban su crecimiento. 11 de septiembre de 2026. Proteja su paz. Evite conflicto. Este año trae sabiduría, expansión y claridad espiritual. Entra a una versión más madura y fuerte de sí mismo, guiado por la protección divina y la verdad. Camine con fe, mente abierta y confianza en su voz interior. Ok, una vez más, aquí estamos con el rezo para mañana y luego me retiro para arreglarme para ir por mis hijos. Ok, me disculpo que hoy fue la cosa en caliente. Ahí les voy. Dios Todopoderoso, gracias por la luz que guía mi corazón, aun cuando hay sombra. Ayúdame a confiar en lo que pones en mi espíritu, a hablar con verdad y a caminar con propósito y fe. Santísima Muerte, Sagrada Protectora, quédate conmigo mientras dejo atrás lo que ya pasó y camino hacia lo que tú has preparado. Guarda mi espíritu, afirma mis pasos y mantén mi corazón alineado con la verdad, la humildad y el amor. Amén. Y así quedó, como dicen, tan tan. Ok, entonces ahorita me voy a arreglar porque tengo que ir por mis morrillos hoy. Y luego hoy cumpleaños mi sobrina. Vamos a ir cumple, no sé si cumple 6 años. O sea, un saludo muy, muy, muy cariñoso a mi sobrina. Yo sé que no ve mis videos, pero pues hoy que tenga un buen día. Anyways, I'm gonna go get ready because I have to get ready to go get my kids. I apologize for rushing through everything. May everyone be blessed. And again, everyone that heard me with my PSA, inbox me real quick or send me a message. Tell me what you thought. I think I'm gonna revamp that and give a shout out to Netflix as well. All right. Anyways, thank you so very much, everyone. I'll be back. Thank you.